Yeehaw! Is that right? I should have had my cowboy hat. Anyway, so Red Dead Redemption on the Switch. Is it possible? Let's talk about it. First, big games are coming on the Switch with cloud streaming gaming service. So that's a possibility, but that's not what I'm going to talk about in this video. When the GTA trilogy was announced, a leak said how if the GTA trilogy goes well and does great sales, they would make a Red Dead Redemption remaster. Well, we all know how the release went. But also, leakers said how Rockstar is working on the game engine on the Switch. Games that use this engine are Red Dead Redemption 2, and GTA, to list the main ones for this video. And I hate to say it, but I don't think Rockstar are going to release Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Switch anytime soon. But I'll talk about that in a later video. Anyways, back to the Red Dead Redemption on the Switch. Also on a website a while back showed Red Dead Redemption coming to the Switch. That clearly hasn't happened yet, even though that was years ago. But Rockstar was able to fit 3 GTA games on the Switch. Are they any good in 2022? If you haven't checked out that video, click the tag above to watch that video. But still, they were still able to fit 3 GTA games and make them work better than most ports on the Switch. And, that's kind of crazy to me. Another thing about the GTA trilogy is you had to download the game even if you bought the physical edition, because it wouldn't fit on the cartridge. So they're able to fit big games on the Switch even though you don't have to buy the cartridge, because making big games on cartridges costs a ridiculous amount. And personally, I think with the problem with the GTA trilogy, it should be a little cheaper than $60, but I talk about that later in the other video, so if you want to watch that, go watch that. Anyway, the games that were in the GTA trilogy were from the Xbox 360 era and the PlayStation, but I'm not sure which PlayStation, but and now they're able to be on the Switch. That's still pretty impressive, because it has shown that they can fit 360 games and make them work on the Switch. And that's kind of huge, especially games that are on Xbox One or PlayStation. They're on the Switch. Hitman 3. That game actually looks really beautiful on the Switch, but it's cloud gaming. And I don't think they're going to make a cloud gaming for Red Dead Redemption 2. And if the sales go well for the GTA, it's definitely in the future. And so I honestly believe yes. Even though the terrible launch of the GTA trilogy, it still got a ton of hype and a lot of people pre-ordered it. So this shows Rockstar that yes, people want newer versions of older games, want remasters, want better versions of them on today's consoles. Will people be worried about it and be skeptical if it's going to turn out like how the GTA trilogy initially launched? Of course people are going to. That's just a common thing. But Rockstar, please, if you're going to make this video, or make this video game, please make sure it works right and it doesn't end up how the GTA trilogy release was. Because people are going to be very skeptical, especially since how the GTA trilogy is. But also people know that there are going to be constant updates about it. So that's definitely a bonus. But I think yes, it's very possible. They already showed that they're willing to do that stuff. And if the leakers are correct, then who knows? Maybe they're right. I sure hope so, because I would honestly really love Red Dead Redemption on the Switch, especially since I've never got a chance to actually play it yet. Same with the GTA trilogy, which I'm really am enjoying. But I don't know. Is it possible? I definitely believe so, especially with all the leaks and everything, and people would love that. But tell me in the comments, do you think it's gonna come? And also tell me in the comments if you would love for it to come. So that's my takeaway, guys. See you on the next video.
The other king, kita pampanakit, veteran, throw my gong. The other king, kita pampanakit, veteran, faster.